should you have separate YouTube channels? You have ideas for 3 completely different content pillars, or maybe you have a mix of your hobby, your career, your passion, or a new business you're starting. We all have different interests, right? Like you might be on a special diet or like a certain type of food, and you have these 1 or 2 other hobbies, and then you do something else for sport and activity. And then you have this as a day job, and then this as a business. And then you like cats or dogs. Maybe you live in a really cool scenic area and you think, should I put all that on the same YouTube channel? And I'd say yes, but it depends. So, hey, I'm Mike Kramer. If you haven't been here before, welcome to my channel. I help people over 40 start and grow a YouTube channel. And I just want to show you really quick some of the channels I have. It could make you feel insane, and it's really hard to maintain. I do this for a specific reason. This is my main channel you're on now, and I'm going to focus on this. But I did have an older channel when I used to do real estate, and I kept it because it's still helping people and still growing. And I still get hundreds of dollars a month in affiliate income from that channel, even though I haven't posted a video in over 2 years. I have a brand new channel. I'm showing people how that works. I have a kind of like a hobby channel, right, on bass, guitar, and music. I had a day trading type of channel, also brand new, and the channel you're on. You might think, oh, well, this guy's got 5 channels. I guess the answer is definitely have separate channels for my interests. And I'd say definitely don't do that. And here's why. Sure, it's going to be less confusing for the viewer, right? Somebody who's interested in day trading is probably not interested in bass guitars or in cybersecurity or real estate. Those are all very different, which is exactly why I created different channels for them. But if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to do 2 channels or 3 or 4, you're splitting your energy, right? These are an experiment, which 2-3 of these, I haven't done content in 2 years, and I don't intend to. So really, I have 2 or 3 channels, and 2 of them are new. I was just experimenting with to show people and share what I'm learning in this channel, which is really my main channel. So I might talk a little bit about bass guitars here, or some of the software, or even these other channels, as I have in some of the videos I've posted here, but it's all under the same context. And so you got to think what's in it for your viewer. Who's your audience? You really need to know exactly who your audience is for your YouTube channel. And often it's somebody like you. And so you might think, oh, well, if there's somebody like me, maybe they have all these other interests just like I do. Well, the chances of them having all the same interests, maybe diet habits, fitness habits, all these other things, same as you, in the same demographic, it now gets slimmer and slimmer chance, right? What you do is use these things as like personality enhancements, so to speak. So it's a way to relate to people, but I wouldn't necessarily make your channel about that. So for example, I follow somebody that's on the finance niche, and he is always just talking about finance and personal finance and that sort of thing. And then he works out, and he happens to share every now and then, he might talk about or reference working out or this or that, or saying how it's good for people and he recommends it because it'll help you focus and have more energy to spend on your finances. But it's always about finances in the lens of that channel and that audience. He makes it relevant for that audience, if that makes sense. Think about when you're talking to children and you're trying to encourage them to do something that maybe they're not going to want to do, like go to the dentist or get a haircut. You have to sell it to them, right? You have to frame it in a way that they're going to want to be interested in that. Maybe you're bribing them with a toy or a lollipop. I don't know if that's the right choice or not, but you get the idea. You have to frame it in a way that makes it interesting. You need to answer the question for them, what's in it for me? I'll give you an example in this channel. It's about helping people over 40 start and grow a YouTube channel. If I went way off the deep end on my bass guitars back here, or like this one's a bass ukulele, which is kind of a weird thing, right? That's a guitar, 6-string electric guitar. This one is a 6-string fretted bass guitar. This one is a 6-string fretless bass guitar. If I went into more detail about those, the brands, why I have them, all these other things, when I got them, blah, 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 you'd probably be bored. Now, there'd be a few of you out there who's like, hey, I'm a bass guitarist. I'm into music. I think that's pretty cool. Maybe you have one of the same instruments I do, or whatever. We might have something in common. It could help enhance the relationship we have, right, with the channel, of being relatable is what I mean. And you could be, oh, I relate to that guy. He plays guitar too. He plays bass. He's into music. And that's great. I think that's wonderful. But if I went way off on this channel about that stuff, I'd lose most of the people on this channel, probably, right? And even if I didn't, what if I start talking about day trading? One day I'm talking about day trading. One day I'm talking about bass guitars. Another day I'm talking about cybersecurity and what I do for a living, like in detail. And then another time I'm talking about real estate and how you could shine as a real estate agent. You'd either realize that I'm insane or think I'm insane, or I just lose you. You wouldn't keep coming back. You'd be like, I don't know what that guy's talking about half the time. It's always, I don't even know what his channel's about. So think of it that way. Instead, if I'm talking to you and you're over 40 and you're wanting to start or grow your YouTube channel and you're like, I don't know how to make money online and my channel is about guitars or whatever, right? And why would you follow me? Well, it's not probably because I'm talking about guitars. It's because I'm going to help you use your knowledge and experience about guitars, about maybe you played in bands, maybe you've done recordings, maybe you have certain knowledge, and how you can share that yourself on your YouTube channel and monetize that. Maybe you're going to do a course on School or Thinkific or Teachable or High Level. Maybe you're going to do email newsletter. Maybe you're going to promote affiliate products and get a recurring monthly income like I do from my real estate channel. I can help you with those things, and that's what we're going to talk about here. So I have a computer background. Sure, I like music. Sure, I like trading. We could chat about that, maybe in the community or in the comments or something that I start. But I'm going to frame all the content in terms of helping people over 40 start and grow a YouTube channel. So if I talk about bass guitars, it's because I'm going to say, hey, if you're into that, you should start and grow a YouTube channel and do that, or create content, digital course, sell that, do a website, start an email newsletter, whatever it is, there's different ways to monetize, and I'm going to help walk you through that. So if I could switch again real quick to my screen, what I wanted to show you about this channel, sorry, it keeps going back to that one, is if you look at my banner on YouTube, it's turn experience into YouTube income. I know I keep talking about how I'm helping people over 40 start and grow a YouTube channel, but it's also to turn your experience into YouTube income, right? It's still about YouTube. But it's the age thing it's really about your experience. You've been around the block, you know stuff, you know things, right? And you can turn that into income online. Now, I was going to say make money online, turn your experience into online income. I just feel like YouTube is the go-to. You go to YouTube. I really am bullish on it this year, and I think YouTube's going to just keep getting bigger, and all these other things might not. So I'd say focus on YouTube first, and I'll help you monetize that in other ways. But you need YouTube. No matter what you're doing, you need YouTube to help grow that and help build that. So that's why I'm going to focus everything through that lens of turning your experience into YouTube income. Hopefully I conveyed that well where it made sense. I might have a computer background, but where I'm going to use that is I'll help you if you're like, hey, how did you just switch screens to you have the little bubble of your head and you got the screen up and all that sort of thing. Or maybe you want to do a green screen over here. Actually, can you even see that when I do that? Yeah, I don't know if you can see my mouse. Is my mouse not showing up? But hey, there you go. If you're like, hey, how'd you get your mouse to highlight if you can even see it? Or how do you turn on the mouse? Because mine's not showing up. And I want to show people that because I'm showing them things on a computer. Or if you're wondering what software I use here, I could help you with all that, but it's through the lens. It's using my computer background and tech experience, but instead of talking about my tech background and experience, I'm going to use it to show you how to start and grow a YouTube channel, if that makes sense. Like you're using your background, you're using your skills, your hobbies, your whatever, still through that one lens. So should you have separate YouTube channels? No. I mean, focus on one thing. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm doing it to help people through this channel. I'm doing things on purpose that I don't want anyone else doing because it's kind of a waste of time. I'm doing things as like experiments to help you learn stuff without having to do it yourself. It's so much work to do one channel and to do one channel well. I want you to focus all your energy in making one channel really good. Now, maybe you're going to pivot later. Don't worry about that. That's not a big deal. Start with something and go with it for a while, like longer than you think. Because there's a graph online. I think several people have shown it, but you might have, the initial, like everything's dead, right? Like my new channels. That's why I have two of them. I'm going to show you that everything's dead. And then you might get a few watchers, a few subs. It might start growing and you're going to get excited. And then it'll probably drop off or just be stagnant and stale. And you're going to lose hope. And you're going to be like, it's really hard to be consistent. Think of New Year's resolutions. I mean, people just don't stick with them past the spring. Some people last like a month. And all the work, you're going to see it and go, I'm not having as much fun as I thought I would doing YouTube. I thought I could just film myself, but everything's dying off. And it's because you're not working hard at it. You're treating it like something fun that you hope makes money, like buying a lottery ticket. You're not treating it like the business that deserves your attention. It's something you need to develop. It takes a lot of energy. It takes consistency. It takes you learning how to get better. You're not going to get better unless you start. Your first day is your worst day. So you need to just get that over with and keep going. There's a quote I love from Niels Bohr that says something like, I'll probably screw it up, but he defines an expert as somebody who's failed many times in a very narrow field. And so for us, this narrow field is YouTube, and you have to learn it and you have to get better at it. And you have to fail many times before you're going to get good at it. It should pay off someday if you keep at it. I've heard this stat on various platforms, but YouTube's a pretty big one. You hear about, there's 30 bazillion channels and 30 bazillion uploads per day. Apparently there's only like 100,000 channels on YouTube that keep posting after a year. Like only 100,000 channels have posted content in the past year. So out of all these millions and millions of channels and billions and trillions of videos and gigabytes, petabytes and yottabytes, that's a real thing, yottabytes, is only 100,000 YouTube channels in the world have posted a video in the last year because people don't stick with it. They abandon it. They give up. So just be that person that does not give up. And I'm not saying you're going to be rich, in a year. I'm saying look at all the videos of people that did stay consistent for a year on YouTube, and they've all said it's changed their lives. Now, they didn't all become rich millionaires, but they may have made really good connections for their careers or for their next career that they prefer, that they'd rather do. Maybe they transition to a different career, and it's all helped them in crazy ways that they didn't expect. In fact, a lot of them did make a lot more money than they thought, and they were able to leave their day job. So I'm not making promises. I still have a day job. I'm just saying, stick with me this year and grow your YouTube channel like I'm growing one or two of these new ones. And this one right here that you're watching, which is my main focus. So let me know what you want to see. Let's grow this together. And I want you to just focus on one YouTube channel and think of 3 content pillars that your audience would be interested in, right? So it's not 3 completely different concepts. So for me on in this channel, I'll give you as an example. So helping people over 40 start and grow a YouTube channel, turning your experience into YouTube income. So the 3 pillars, helping people start and grow on YouTube. So that means the strategy of it. The strategy of starting and growing on YouTube. How do you go about it? What kind of content do you do? The whole strategy. There's the technical angle where I want to show you how do you create an account? How do you edit videos? How do you do this and that? How do you use the software? How does vidIQ work? Should I use that? How do I create thumbnails better and that sort of thing? 3, I think, is key, right? There's so many other things I can cover, but I really want to focus on just 3 content pillars, and you should too. My third one would be how to monetize that, right? Even early on with a small channel, how can you start making money? Because that's really going to keep you going as well as the interest. You got to enjoy what you're doing. And really, would you keep doing it if you didn't get paid? Because you're not going to get paid for a while if you're doing this with me on YouTube. There's a way to start making money soon with affiliate marketing is one of my favorites. You're going to want to enjoy what you're doing and learn to love it. And it's going to be work. It's kind of like working out, right? If you learn to love the workout and that feeling you get, you're going to keep working out. But if you just see it as, oh God, this sucks and it's work and it's hard and I'm in pain, you'll probably quit and you won't be consistent. So did I just analogize growing on YouTube with working out? Yeah, I guess I did. All right. Well, I hope this helped you. Let me know your thoughts and I will see you in the next one.